everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I want to apologize about the lighting. I'm in a parking garage right now. I'm currently leaving school. As I mentioned in the last video, I am going to a Ford dealership. I'm currently going to Tom Holzer Ford to find out what's wrong with the check engine light, why it hasn't shut off. As far as I know, it's an O2 sensor, but I have talked to a few guys that worked at the Ford headquarters, and they have said that it's possibly the O2 sensor isn't plugged in, which I know it is, and that, or possibly the ECU is not up to date and it's just not reading, but I'm not exactly sure, so I guess we'll go and find out, and it should be a good time. Okay guys, so I forgot to record pulling into the Ford dealership, but I'm in the service lane now, just waiting for a service advisor, and then I should be on my way, and then we're going to look at some of the cars that they have in the lot. When I pulled in, I noticed some Ford Focus RSs. I might want to go look at those. Alright, so I dropped off the vehicle. I'm going to be waiting for my ride, but while I wait for my ride, I'm just going to look at some of the vehicles, because standing in front of me is two beautiful Focus RSs. I'm in love with these cars, if you guys haven't noticed. So it's just fantastic seeing them. I wish they were in blue, but I mean, I would buy one in blue, but these ones don't have to be. They look pretty good in black too. I love the blue Brembos though. That's interesting. So here we have a Mustang. I'm not exactly sure what package this is. I don't know what it's called. I've honestly never seen these unless this is the 2018 and I'm just an idiot. But this looks absolutely fantastic. So I mean, comment down below if this is the 2018 model or if this is some special performance package that I just don't know about. But I think this looks fantastic and really cool. Over here we have some Mustang GTs in convertibles, fifth gens actually. Oh, so they're used cars. Actually, I love the 5th gen the most. These ones are as is. I love the 5th gen. I won't want them as convertibles though, because I would want to drag them, and that wouldn't exactly work unless I put a roll cage. But they're really awesome cars, and I love them, especially with the 5-liter. These are only the 4.6, just like my truck has. But so obviously they have a selection of everything here. But you know, I'm just gonna kind of go around and look at some of my favorite vehicles to show you guys. They've got the F-150, the 2017s. I love the 2017s. They look a lot better than my truck, in my opinion. The only thing is I wouldn't buy this in an EcoBoost. I would be buying this in a Coyote, which I don't know if they have any Coyotes here. I'm not gonna try to look around for them, but I mean, they're pretty nice. The crew cab, I personally don't like the crew cab for the fact that the bed is shorter, because I do use my full 6.5 foot bed, but the crew cab looks honestly way better than the cab and a half. So this is really cool. I mean, they got a huge just lineup of F-150s. So here they have some more black Focus RSs. They have a yellow ST, which is, I don't know, I find it funny. I love the yellow. I almost got a Focus ST instead of my truck. I'm on my longboard, guys, so sorry for pushing and movement of that. Just some regular base Ford Focuses. Over here we've got some of the Mustangs. I was probably wrong. I think this is the 2018 model, if I'm correct. This black one right here. Actually, let's go look at it in blue, because I think the blue looks better. It is a Mustang GT, which I love. I love the blue and the yellow. Not so much of a fan of the red personally, but so yeah, I don't know what that Mustang is that was by the road that I showed you guys earlier. I don't know what package that is. Comment down below what that package was. I want to get an SF50 5-liter Mustang GT. These things look fantastic, especially in this blue. I also want a Ford Focus in this blue specifically. And then I wouldn't mind a Mustang in yellow, except this is a, I think this is a 6-cylinder. Let's go look. It's I don't know, where would it say? Right there, 2.3 liter. So it's an EcoBoost. Gets pretty good mileage. It's not bad. You could probably get a little bit better out of a 4-cylinder, but that's pretty good for, I mean, this thing's pushing like 310 horse, I think. So, it's pretty cool. There's some more Focus STs. Oh yeah, the Focus RS, which is down there. So I'm just gonna kind of walk over to them. Even it's the same 2.3 liter EcoBoost sitting in the Focus RS and the Mustangs, but the EcoBoost in the Focus RS is tuned to do 350 horse and 350 foot-pound of torque. And the downfall of that is you have a 4-cylinder that weighs about, or you have a 4-cylinder car that weighs about 2,000 pounds less than the Mustang. Not 2,000 pounds, but it weighs a good like 1,500-ish pounds less, and it gets like 15 miles per gallon, I think it says on the window sticker. Actually, let's go look at it. It's pretty bad comparatively. See, I mean, okay, so I was wrong. It gets better gas mileage than I thought, but still, it gets less gas mileage for. It gets worse gas mileage for a lighter vehicle with the same engine. It is a stick. All Focus RSs are sticks. I love the blue accents in the Recaro seats, though. I love the Recaro seats too. They feel fantastic if you've ever sat in them. I sat in one, an ST with Recaro seats. They're great. Dude, I love these. I just wish they had them in blue, at least at this Ford dealership. So, sorry about the wind noise and like car noise. I'm right by the freeway. That's where Tom Holzer's right off of. It's right off the freeway. Instead of getting my F-150, I was highly considering getting like a 6.7 Power Stroke, like an F-250 Super Duty. What I find really interesting about these vehicles is, even though it is a crew cab, it still comes with the long bed, which is awesome because the long bed is, you know, huge and useful. Because I do use my 6-foot bed, my 6.5 foot. That's one thing I hate, is it doesn't have that window in the middle like that one does. But yeah, I love the Super Duty. It won Best Truck of 2017. It got Truck of the Year. I love that exhaust tip too for the Power Strokes. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure if I would have wanted a Power Stroke though, or if I was gonna go Chevy, get a Duramax. The problem with that would have been, even though it gets better gas mileage, the fuel is so much more expensive. I don't know if it would even out. It might have ended up being more expensive. But one thing I do wish I had was tow mirrors. Those things are huge. So that might be a mod coming soon. No, it's not the mod that I was talking about in the last video. I'm sorry about all the noise, but yeah. Hey, there's a old Caddy. So yeah, Tom Holzer Ford has a fantastic selection, a lot of vehicles. No, I didn't see the Raptor, and no, I'm not even gonna go try to find a Raptor. I personally am not very much into those cars. I love them for the fact that they're an off-roading vehicle, but I personally do not want to own an off-roading vehicle. I want to build an off-roading vehicle. So, I mean, it is what it is in my opinion. I just don't like them. They're cool cars, but not my type of thing. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new car, I mean, Tom Holzer Ford. If you live in Michigan, Tom Holzer Ford has a great selection of vehicles. And no, this was not sponsored by them at all. I just happened to be here because my truck is in service and I wanted to drool over some cars. So, I mean, yeah, check them out. I will see you guys when I find out some information about my truck and what's happening with that. All right, we got her back. So, it only took a couple hours. So, it's so nice to have it back. They definitely moved my seat. Wow, it's all right. They're allowed to. So they cleared the code as far as I can see, but the issue has not been solved. I know it will turn back on. So the issue with the truck is it has a bad purge valve. I'm not going to explain what a purge valve is because I'm not exactly sure what a purge valve is, but it has something to do with the ECU, or not the ECU, with the fuel system, and then it also needs an ECU upgrade, which I figured as much. So I'm not getting it fixed today because they're almost closed. I need the truck back for school tomorrow, but I'm really happy to have the thing back. They were really communicative, so they didn't leave me hanging in any situation every time I asked. It did take a little bit longer than I wanted, but I understand it's a car dealership. I know what it's like to work at one. I've been to many before. I know that it takes time. There are only so many mechanics for, you know, even more cars, and it takes time to work on a lot of these vehicles. So I want to say, oh, sorry about that. So I want to say thanks to Tom Holzer Ford for checking it out. They're very reasonable with price and all that. And then, yeah. Okay guys, so it might not be exactly obvious to you, but this is a completely different day. I recorded the truck in the dealership, all of that on Tuesday. Today is Sunday. I know it's been a little bit long. I recorded this purposely on the day, so this is proof that it's Sunday. By the way, for the drummers watching, if you don't know who this is Buddy Rich. You should know who that is because he's a fantastic drummer. The reason why I'm recording this the same day as I'm uploading is so that I can make the contest as fair as possible. But before we announce the winner of the contest, I'm going to quickly talk. So I mentioned that there was a code. What it was a permanent code for my O2 sensor. They erased the permanent code, and then my truck had been stalling when I would fill up gas. The problem with that was a purge valve. So I have an article, because I couldn't exactly explain what it was, because I didn't know. So I have an article explaining it here. So it says, the purge valve is the part of the vehicle emission control system, which is the EVAP system. The EVAP system prevents fuel vapors in the fuel tank from escaping into the atmosphere. The EVAP system traps fuel vapors from the fuel tank and temporarily stores them in a charcoal canister. See the diagram, which I have right here. When the engine is running under certain conditions, the fuel vapors are purged from the canister and burned inside the engine. The purge valve precisely controls the amount of fuel vapor that is purged from the charcoal canister. In modern cars, the purge valve is an electronically operated solenoid that is controlled by the engine computer. When the engine is off, the purge valve is closed. When the engine is running and fully warmed up, the engine computer gradually opens the purge valve to allow some amount of fuel vapors to be moved from the charcoal canister to be burned in the engine. The purge flow is monitored by a number of sensors. If the purge flow is less or more than is expected under the conditions, the computer illuminates the check engine light, which it has not turned the check engine light yet, surprisingly. Hopefully it just kind of stays that way, but I'm still going to get the service done eventually. So what's actually wrong with my purge valve is when I go to fuel up, when I go to get gas, it stays wide open, and some vehicles it makes it have a rough startup after filling up. Some cars it makes it completely stall. Mine, of course, happens to be completely stalling. So one way to deal with that is kind of pull a little bit when you start it, let it run for like the second that it can run, put some gas into it. Hopefully it will continue to stay on, and if not, let it stall and then start it back up. Obviously I don't like doing that, and I will get the work done on it very soon, hopefully, but it's something I have to deal with right now because I don't think I have the money for it. Okay guys, so for the contest winner, before I announce the actual winner, I want to thank Carson Claw. Huge thanks to him. He's a good friend of mine from high school. He gave me a shout out in his live stream that he did this past Thursday, and he gave me a shout out at the beginning of his video that he just did yesterday, which link for both of those will be in the description, and his channel will be in the description. And for the few of you that came from clocking his live stream that he just did on Friday, I also want to thank you guys for that. So the link to that live stream will be in the description. I want to thank everyone that came over here from that. I went from 109 subscribers to currently sitting at 192, and the channel is still growing, which is fantastic. Thank you everyone who came over here. Okay guys, so the winner for the Amazon gift card giveaway, because I did get over 120 subscribers, I turned it to $15 instead of 10. Their YouTube username is GISM, G-I-S space M, and their Instagram username is GISThinks. So I didn't friend you, I followed you on Instagram this morning, so just message me and you'll get the code for the $15 Amazon gift card giveaway. Thank you everyone who watched the giveaway video. It is currently my most viewed video, sitting at 305 views. And I again want to thank Carson Claus. Huge help, had me gain over 60 subscribers, which is fantastic, all in the course of one day, which I didn't even think was possible, and I'm only sitting at 100 subscribers. Just stay tuned. I will be doing more giveaways in the future. The next giveaway I'm going to do is once I hit 300 subscribers. Share the video, do whatever you can. Just help me get to 300 and I'll do more giveaways. I will also increase the price for the next giveaway. So, if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.